how to write your painful story without reliving it. There is a woman right now who wants to write her story. Maybe that woman is you. You feel the pull. You know there is something inside you that wants to come out, a story, a chapter, a truth, a part of your life that shaped you, broke you, stretched you, or changed you. But then the fear comes in. What if writing it takes me back there? What if I fall apart? What if I start and can't stop crying? What if I open a door I worked so hard to close? Love, I want you to hear me. You do not have to bleed all over the page to write something powerful. You do not have to relive every moment to tell the truth, and you do not have to destroy yourself to help someone else. There is a way to write your personal story with wisdom, safety, and strength. That is what I want to talk to you about today. I have helped hundreds of women write their true life stories, not polished little fairy tales, real stories, stories of grief, loss, abuse, addiction, motherhood, betrayal, starting over, shame, healing, courage, and becoming. And here is what I know for sure. Your story is not just what happened to you. Your story is what you learned, how you survived, what you now know, and how another woman might find herself inside your words and whisper, "Oh my goodness, I thought I was the only one." That is why your story matters. But you must write it with care. The first thing I want you to do is stop believing you have to write everything. You do not. You are not writing a police report. You are not giving a courtroom statement. You are not required to drag every detail out into the light. You get to choose the doorway into your story. Ask yourself, what is the part of this story that will help another woman? That question changes everything, because now you are not just writing from pain, you are writing from purpose. The second thing I want you to do is write from the woman you are now, not only from the woman you were then. This is one of the most important things I teach. When you write only from the wound, it can swallow you. But when you write from the woman who survived, the woman who learned, the woman who is still standing, you give yourself some distance. You can say, "Well, back then I didn't understand what was happening," or "At the time I blamed myself," or "I can see now that I was doing the best I could with what I knew." That voice is powerful. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. The third thing is this: do not start with the hardest scene. Please do not sit down and force yourself to write the most painful moment first. That is like walking into a storm without a coat and wondering why you are freezing. Start gently, start with what you remember around the story. Where were you living? What season of life were you in? What did you believe about yourself then? What did you need but not know how to ask for? Sometimes the story begins around the pain before it walks into the pain. That gives your heart time to breathe. The fourth thing I want you to remember is that you can write in small pieces. You do not have to sit for 5 hours and pour your whole soul onto the page. Set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. Write one memory, one paragraph, one truth, one sentence. If that is all you have that day, a woman can change her life one honest sentence at a time. And when the timer ends, stop. Even if you could keep going, stop. Teach your nervous system that writing is not a trap. You are allowed to begin and you are allowed to end. That matters. The fifth thing is to create what I call a soft landing. Before you write something emotional, decide what you will do after. Will you make tea, go for a walk, call a safe friend? Put your hand on your heart and say, "I am here now. I am safe now. That was then." Do not write your pain and then just jump up and go make dinner like nothing happened. Your heart needs a landing place. Give yourself one. The sixth thing is this: write the meaning, not just the memory. The memory is what happened. The meaning is what it taught you. The memory might be painful, but the meaning is where the medicine is. Ask yourself, what did this experience teach me about myself? What do I wish another woman knew? What lie did I stop believing? What strength did I discover? What would I say to the woman I was back then? That is where your story becomes more than a wound. That is where it becomes a lantern. The seventh thing I want to say may surprise you. You are allowed to leave some things out. You are allowed to protect people's privacy. You are allowed to protect your own heart. You are allowed to say, this part is mine. Not every truth needs every detail. A strong story is not strong because it tells everything. A strong story is strong because it tells the right thing with honesty. And finally, I want you to remember this. You are not writing to impress anyone. You are not writing to prove your pain was bad enough. You are not writing to compete with another woman's story. You are writing because your life has given you something, a lesson, a warning, a healing, a truth, a hand reaching back. Somewhere there is a woman who is two steps behind you. She is still in the confusion, still in the shame, still wondering if she is broken, still thinking no one would understand. And then she reads your words, not perfect words, not fancy words, your words, and something in her exhales. That is the power of a personal story. So love, write gently, write honestly, write with boundaries, write from the woman who survived. You do not have to go back and live there again. You can visit the memory with a lantern in your hand, take what is needed, and come home to yourself. Your story does not own you. Your story can serve you. And when you are ready, it can serve another woman too. I'm Julie Fairhurst, and I believe women's stories are not small things. They are bridges. They are medicine. They are legacy. And sometimes they are the very words another woman has been waiting for.